Hey guys, it is Brian here again with more FIFA 14 gameplay for you. This time around, we're going to be playing a game from the MLS here. So I'll be playing as the Whitecaps against the Seattle Sounders, a close rivalry that I'm familiar with, and also playing as the team that's pretty much as close as you can get to where I live. So they'd be considered my home side, even though I don't follow them religiously. Vancouver Whitecaps are the team that I do go see games for, and they are my local team. So I decided to play games with them, and then that would be a good look at, a couple players and two teams from the MLS. We'll get a look at that, and also, obviously not really changed, but BC Place Stadium once again, and Clint Dempsey there playing for the Seattle Sounders. So we're going to be a little bit undermatched, but we'll see what we can do with the team that I am familiar with and the team that is my go-to guys, and we'll see if we can do anything here. We can bring Darren Maddox on as well if we need to, because I'm familiar with him, at least from FIFA 13. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. I won't really do that much MLS stuff on the channel, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit of MLS gameplay, and this is also a good chance to get an idea of like what the gameplay is really going to feel like for playing with 3-star teams or so, teams that are a little bit undermatched. Because I've already been talking about that in previous videos, how playing on lower starred difficult, or not lower difficulty, but lower starred players of lower starred teams has really kind of shown that there's a bit of a difference there in regards to the actual way that the players play, and it's definitely a good thing. I'm really excited and enjoying so far, and that the game is slowed down in FIFA 14, or at least that's kind of the thing that I keep saying in the videos that I really noticed thus far. And the thing that I've noticed as well is that the weaker teams I've played with in the Premier League have really had issues with the turns, had issues with really getting the speed going, getting the passes going, and all that stuff. Like here though, it's so much space. That's crazy. I'll take that, but I wasn't expecting that at all. So that's the thing right there, that maybe that's the difference when you're playing in the lower league, is that there's been no space at all. Turning has been such a difficulty to really do in the early stages of playing FIFA 14, that I was thinking that maybe the lower the star level, the harder it's going to be to really do that, and I assume it is, because obviously you're playing with weaker players. But in this case here, we're actually able to create a pretty good opportunity, and had loads of time there after that opportunity. Oh, we got just not enough there to get after that. Miller almost got there, Kenny Miller. See if we can set up here, get the ball in there. So at least initially here, it's been less of a challenge playing against the Sounders than it has against teams that are a little bit, better overall and all that. And that's, I guess, something that I've also had in the past too, where, when you play that 5-star team, they really push hard and they really make it a challenge. So maybe I'm overreacting in regards to the changes made in that way, but still, I really a bit surprised by that first goal we were able to score there, because the thing that I've really noticed thus far is just the lack of space really creating opportunities. Gotta get rid of that right there. Oh, we got loads of space here. Come on, get over there. Yeah, there we go. That was lucky. We'll take it though. Former Bolton player there. That's the other thing too that I've talked about quite a bit, is that it's really hard to turn defensively once you're in a situation like that. Once you're stuck and you're moving in one direction, I've had massive difficulties of really trying to create something off that play. And he's off to his races again. Oh wow, come on, we can get in there. Nope, couldn't cut it back in. Oh, steal it. That's offside, that's offside. Yeah. Should have just taken the shot there initially. Waited 1 second too long there. Here we go. Yeah, 3-0. If you told me this before playing, I wouldn't have believed it. And that is a very, very, very funny celebration there as well. Well, who knew? 3-0 up against the Seattle Sounders here. We'll take it though. Like I said, that first chance was the really weird chance too, because I didn't think we'd get that much time on that ball there. But just so you guys know as well, after a couple more of these, I'll be posting some career mode stuff and really getting into the career mode things. Initially, I like to do some gameplay stuff because that gives everybody a look at, you know, how the game's working, seeing different teams, not really limiting it to single stuff. After that point, when you start really getting down to it, that's the point that I like, you know, showing off different things. I'm just going to focus on this play here. We got run down pretty quick. And just booted that. You know, once you're into the game, everybody's got FIFA, then that's kind of the point that you want to do a career mode, because that's the moment when, you know, everybody's playing, everybody's got, you know, what they want to see, and then obviously people get the game later on as well, and that's the thing that happens too. But at least initially, I like to try and show as much as I can, you know, the teams and stuff like that. People post so much stuff so quickly on YouTube nowadays too that you never really have to worry about missing out on a lot of that stuff. It gets all up pretty quickly now too. But yeah, you know, I'll get into the career modes coming up in the next day or so, and those are the main focus going ahead in the future. But at the beginning here, it's all about, you know, trying to show as much as I can of the game. And let's take a long pot shot. Nope, not happening. Good chip over. Let's poke it out that way though. I'll make some changes too. I'll bring on Maddox so we can see Maddox in this game, because I remember I played with Maddox in my Liverpool career last year, and you know, someone that probably wasn't ready for that role, wasn't ready to really make the jump to such a team like that. It was still fun to play with him though, and kind of see how that was all, you know, playing out for him. And I mean, it'll be interesting to see him more in his, I guess, level of play, if you will, in this kind of scenario here. Because I've already talked a little bit about the other thing too that's been interesting, the pace not being a big factor, at least initially for me in these games. So I want to keep monitoring that and seeing if that's actually a real thing, or, you know, just depending on the teams you're playing with or the teams you're playing against. That's really the big ticker for that, because Maddox is a fast kid. If you can see right here, he's just bolting down the side, cut back, cross it in. I think, you know, there is still room for pace, but they just did a really good job of kind of trying to tame that down a bit, because it was a bit nuts, especially FIFA 13, where I felt like it, if anything, it got a little bit worse than it did before. It didn't get any better in regards to it being a very powerful trait, because you want a fast player. That's an important thing to have, but you don't want it to just be the be-all and end-all piece of the team that you have going on, right? So I think that one had been, yeah, it's corner there, so we'll take this corner. A little bit too high. We've done good in this game though. Repped Vancouver pretty well. And comparatively, we've gone 1 loss, 1 draw, and 1 win in our gameplays early on here on World Class, so it's a good result comparatively. But as I've said in previous videos, I didn't really say at the beginning of this one, but if you want to see anything, let me know, and I will definitely get around to showing you guys as much as I can. It's crazy. There's so much stuff going up that obviously I'm going to try and do stuff that hasn't been seen, but if you want something that I feel like could be relevant to the channel, then I'd be more than happy to get that out to you and show what I can. Oh, back. That was a funny play there. Big hugs. Alright, so 4-0. Maybe I should get really excited for my lower league career mode that I'm going to be doing now, because this was comparatively to playing teams like Manchester City and all that, this has been a little bit more of a cakewalk, so that's good. Oops. I think the biggest thing I've noticed though with the lower start side here is that there's way more space going on. There's way more room to just kind of create opportunities and create chances. That's the biggest thing I've missed out, at least initially here with the bigger sides, the bigger teams, is that it's been a lot harder to really work my way in those opportunities, work my way in and get those chances. This has been a little bit easier to kind of build those opportunities up, which is, you know, a good thing, especially for the offense. Trying to show off gameplay. I think that one was going wide, but a save's a save. Oh. They're off to races. And he's completely open on the wing there. Didn't take the chance, though. That's going to be it, guys. 4-0. So that's a look at some MLS teams there. The Vancouver Whitecaps versus the Seattle Sounders. Hope you liked the video. If you want to see anything else, let me know, and I'll try and get around to it. Until next time, though, thank you for watching. Check out my FIFA videos on my channel. I'll see you all around in the future. Cheers.